Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're gonna talk about Abby, a woman who feels like her life is super monotonous. She's married to Kate, but it seems like their love spark is fading, both in the bedroom and in their daily life. So one day, their kids from previous marriages accidentally throw a baseball at Abby's face. As a result, Abby has to be rushed to the hospital and diagnosed with a concussion. During her recovery period, Abby started to think a lot about her life and felt really unsatisfied. To make matters worse, Kate is super busy with work to the point where she has no energy to attend to Abby's needs in the bedroom. On top of that, Abby tried hiring a call girl to entertain herself, but still didn't feel satisfied. It's like she lost her passion. She got so bored that she became lazy with household chores. No motivation to cook, no motivation to tidy up. Basically just going through the motions like a robot. One day, Abby decided to hire a young call girl named Gretchen. She was introduced by Justin, her employee who happened to have connections. Now, Gretchen wasn't just any girl. She was a college student in need of money, but what's most interesting is that she enjoyed this job. Not only did she earn cash, but she also had fun interacting with Abby. She even said, "Hey, hire me again sometime." Abby, feeling ecstatic, became addicted to the access to this new world that made her life more colorful. Whoa, here comes the twist. Justin, the employee, mentioned that Gretchen could provide information on wealthy young women seeking similar experiences. He offered himself as a procurer for Abby. Abby pondered for a moment, but eventually agreed. She wanted to be known as Eleanor when serving clients. When Abby met her first client, she was shocked. Turns out the girl was still a teenager. Abby hesitated and didn't want to continue. Justin then said, "Patience, wait for the second client." The next day, Abby met her second client, a 23-year-old college student who seemed very anxious about her life. She felt like she had never dated before, and after sharing a bit, Abby felt a connection. So, Abby invited her to the specially prepared attic for that experience. There, Abby helped the girl fulfill her long-awaited first experience. And wow, it felt like magic. Abby knew she wasn't just providing an experience, but also helping the girl discover a new side of herself. Every Sunday, Abby often welcomed new girls, but this time, she got a client who turned out to be her old friend Sam. Abby hesitated to enter the usual coffee shop where she arranged to meet clients. After pondering for a while, she decided to go in and meet Sam. Initially, Sam thought Abby just wanted to have coffee, but Abby quickly said, "Hey, I'm Eleanor, the girl who will accompany you today." What? The situation became awkward. Eventually they just chatted and shared stories. Sam came from a perfect family, successful parents, children, and lots of money. Strangely, he felt empty. Abby couldn't stop thinking about Sam's cheerful personality. It turns out there was a deeper connection between them. One night, Abby was hosting a party at her house. There, she chatted with her friend's husband and shared about her journey as a woman who loves women. "It all started with my college roommate who used to tease me," she said with a laugh. On the other side, Kate discussed Abby appearing lonely, and her friends convinced Kate to spend more time with Abby. The day after the party, Abby finished serving her other client, Sarah. Sarah, a housewife feeling trapped in monotony and tired of her routine, didn't want to end her marriage because of her children. She was curious about Abby's life and kept asking questions. When Abby mentioned she was just an ordinary 42-year-old woman without a husband and kids, Sarah's attention shifted to the scar on Abby's stomach. "Hey, have you had a C-section? Did you run away from your marriage?" Sarah asked sarcastically. Abby fell silent as if the whole world had stopped moving. Eventually, she straightened her clothes and canceled the session. That night after Abby returned home, Kate couldn't stop thinking about her friend's words that should have brought her peace of mind. However, strangely enough, Abby seemed very aggressive that night, so aggressive that Kate eventually halted all their actions. The next morning, Abby and Justin were busy compiling a list of clients Abby would face. The issue arose when there was one client that made Abby want to pull her hair out, client number 5 who had a penchant for rough play. That always caused Abby pain. Justin persisted in including the client in the list despite Abby's refusal. Frustrated, Abby decided to meet Justin's girlfriend, the girl who provided clients to Justin. She proposed becoming Abby's procurer, and the girl agreed. So, Abby met Sam again. This time, Sam was determined to sleep with Abby. Abby was so excited that she forgot she had to pick up her kids from school that afternoon. Meanwhile, Kate, who had just returned from work, received a call from the school. They informed her that the kids were still at school. After picking up her two little ones, Abby returned home late and explained to Kate that she had been too busy renovating the attic, which was to be sold the next day. Despite a little tension between them, they quickly made up afterwards. The next day, Kate brought a client who was interested in buying the attic that Abby had renovated. But guess what? Abby wasn't interested in selling it at all. Why? Because the attic had become the place where she served all her clients. There was a nostalgic connection that was hard to let go of. After the client left, Justin started making comments. "Hey, you don't want to sell that attic because you still want to keep doing activities there?" Abby quickly denied, "No, not at all." But deep down there was a certain comfort in carrying out all those activities there. One day, Abby ran into Sam and her husband Graham at the supermarket. She tried to keep her distance and watched them looking so happy. It made her heart ache with jealousy. In a naive manner, Abby introduced herself to Graham, which created an awkward atmosphere. After a brief conversation, she left the store feeling a mix of emotions. Later, Abby returned to the attic to meet with a client. As usual, she went through her routine. However, this time was different. Kate, who had started to become suspicious, peeked into the attic. Upon entering, she found Abby sleeping naked. This sight prompted Kate to grab Abby's clothes and leave abruptly. Kate felt hurt, but she also understood that Abby might never find inner satisfaction in their relationship. Despite the pain, Kate knew she had to come to terms with that reality. Days went by, and it was evident that Abby and Kate rarely communicated. At home, they simply exchanged awkward glances, as if trying to find moments to start a conversation. The situation became increasingly awkward. One day, Kate decided to leave the house. Abby tried to follow her, but Kate remained silent and unmoved. Abby's heart felt shattered, but she knew she had to face it. Afterward, Abby met with Sam. They chatted casually, and Abby inquired about their secret relationship, which created a bit of tension. From their conversation, they ultimately concluded that the relationship had only formed out of boredom. A few weeks later, Kate returned home. She seemed suspicious and immediately asked, "Why does it seem like you never wanted me?" Abby was surprised and confused, but Kate honestly admitted that she didn't desire anyone, including Abby. Wow, that really stirred up Abby's emotions. After reflecting and pondering deeply, Abby was determined to improve her life. She decided to sell the attic and try to rebuild her relationship with Kate. She knew this was the right step to change her life for the better. And the movie ends. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.